This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 956. I am Brian Kilby. Radio Free Cybertron is the world's first and oldest toy and action figure podcast, and next week, we turn 26 years old. Holy crap.
I figured, are we older than Eric Cronover, or
yes,
is he...
we're older
okay.
We're older than a lot of our listeners. So, yeah, that's, God, that makes me feel old. That was Chris, who's been here basically since the beginning.
Yeah, hi.
John's been here since the beginning.
Sure have.
I knew about...
Feels like it.
Yeah, I know. I knew about Don, the legend of Don, before I did the podcast. He might have inspired it in some way, but I didn't know Don then. He's silent. Matt, I didn't know. Had no idea he existed. Neither.
Not until 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you started joining our post, or the chat that we used to do.
Yeah, it was about 2012, yeah.
I didn't know Matt existed until 2013 because I never joined the Google Hangouts.
Yeah, Google Hangouts, that's what it was. And Diecast was there too. And I don't think Rob joined them either.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah. That was 13 years ago. Oh man, things have changed so much.
Yeah.
But in a way they haven't changed at all because I'm still buying crap that I don't need or have space for. Yeah, hey, so not a lot of news this week. So I think we're going to play it a little fast and loose.
Oh, good. Those are better episodes anyway.
Yeah, so I'm going to say hopefully I sound okay because I am in my new studio space. It is hot in here because I haven't installed the air conditioning yet. So by next week, it'll be a little more comfortable. But I like it. It's nice. I might echo a little bit because there's not crap on the walls to like deflect the sound. It's just full of storage bins. There's probably 20 in here. And I was going through my stuff and I'm like, oh, this is all boxed toys. So this is all of my boxed toys. I can't wait to put all my boxed toys up. Then I'm going through and I'm like, where's this? Where's Skyquake? Where's Power Master Prime? And I'm like, oh. Where's my GoBots e-hobby set? They're in storage because I have plenty more box toys that I forgot about. This is a 31 by 14 foot space. And if I just display boxed stuff along the wall, I might not have enough space for it. That is a really sad realization that I had. So I might do something that I thought about doing years ago, which is doing like shelving cabinets that are actually in the middle of the room, kind of like walking through a library. I might end up doing some of that.
Why don't you just open up all the box stuff and then it'll fit?
Like, I mean, half my collection's probably boxed, half is not. I like playing with the stuff, but I don't want to touch it all, especially if I'm going to break it. And we've all heard stories about me breaking things.
You say that, but you also have a Thunderclash in the bottom of a bin.
Yeah, that bin is in there somewhere. But I also have a sealed Thunderclash behind me. So it right now it makes that, makes up for that a little bit. So yeah. But yeah, next week, hopefully, if you're watching the podcast, the video version on YouTube at tfradio.net/live or YouTube or however in the heck you get to it. The space right now, what you see in frame is literally all the shelves that I have assembled. I'm going to have way more by next week. So hopefully it'll be zoomed out a little bit and there'll be more stuff. So I'm excited about that. It's good to have my office space again. It's been super fun just going in and remembering crap that I have that I've completely forgotten about. And especially if you have a pretty large collection and you don't touch it, go and look at it, touch it, feel it. Go through bins that you have. I mean, if you don't enjoy touching and playing with your toys, maybe you should find a different hobby. But yeah, so I'm really happy to have the space, going through the storage unit, looking at what I have and like dreaming about how I'm going to display it. That's like what energizes me about, this hobby. And I'm really excited about it. So, and I gave my wife some space too in the building. That where I'm going to put my stuff. I'm like, hey, let's buy this 3D printer and put it in your office so you can print me toys.
I don't know. You might have to kick her out for the extra space.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to think about how to negotiate that. I'm like, we could turn my office in the house we could turn it to our 9-year-old's bedroom, so she doesn't have to share like the bedroom with her sister, or it could just become your office. They could continue to share the bedroom, and then that 17-foot by 14-foot room in there could just be overflow for my toys.
Somehow,
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. Like, I'm not super familiar with how your marriage actually functions when it's not on camera.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's just not gonna really like go over.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
No.
that dog won't hunt monsieur.
Yeah. I've never heard somebody use that phrase before, but I kind of get what you mean by that, Don. Okay. But yeah, so I'm happy. I've got my space, and I'm going to continue to like flesh it out here over the next few weeks to months. So
By flush it out, he means fill it with more boxes of toys.
fill it with more boxes of toys. That's pretty
Yeah.
much accurate. Hey, let's jump into the news, and man, what news we have this week. There's so much news.
Well, I mean, at least Paladin forwarded us a couple of pictures right before we started the show, so thanks to Paladin for sending this our way. So we have one more thing to talk about, which is our first color photos of Studio Series 86 Thundercracker. This seems to be from where they're setting up Hasbro's booth at New York Comic Con. So it's kind of like how we get special preview night sneak peeks at like booth setup from SDCC some years, whether authorized or not in some cases with those.
so what booth is this for?
As I just finished explaining, I believe this is the setup for their New York Comic Con booth.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that when I was looking in the chat for it. So, when is New York Comic Con? It's what, a couple weeks?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh,
Yes, I believe it's this weekend.
this weekend. So that okay. So we've talked about that. So they are going to have the panel.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten word about a breakfast. So either we didn't get invited to it, or
Or they
having
might
it.
not be doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, darn.
Yeah.
I mean, so we know that they are preparing or have prepared a video for the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel that basically is mirroring what they're going to be presenting live for the audience there. So they may be doing that in lieu of having a live event for guests separate from the panel space.
I'm good either way. Do we expect that there will be enough news to warrant like an insertion like at the end of the news this week, or like I think
I'm not counting on
me
it.
neither.
I think they've promised like specifically one big reveal that we don't know about yet, but I think mostly it's just going to be like going over stuff we found out about one way or the other already.
It's about Titan reveal time, isn't it?
Potentially. They have used New York Comic Con for that purpose in the past.
Or at least hints.
Yeah.
Infamous examples were like Lego
Scorponok.
Triptychon.
Triptychon.
Yeah. No, Scorponok too. They showed us.
It wasn't
They
the
showed
leg.
us. No, they showed us Zarok.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Thundercracker. He looks nice. I guess
No,
I'm gonna buy
it really does.
Yeah.
Like,
It looks like the Thundercracker that I want. Yeah.
But do we want it for $42?
yes, so you got in before I was-
43. That is
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I don't think it looks okay. I think the gray is a little bit off to me from what I normally see in my head. And also the space below his arm, like his stomach area, is like you can just see all the back panel through his stomach. It doesn't look complete right there.
Oh.
Which kind of bothers
So
me.
there could be a flap that's not out.
There could be.
I don't see a spot where it would be or come from, but like I would say that's more the side, less the stomach. There's not like a gap in the stomach. It's
I think that's just negative space necessary for the arms to hide away in transformation.
yeah.
I don't like it.
Well, good news, Diecast. Either A, you're not going to buy it, or B, when you do have it, two further possibilities present themselves, which is that it's either going to be sitting in a pile somewhere behind you and you're not going to see it, or you will have it on a shelf facing straight forward where you will not see that side of it where there is the empty space that the arms have to go into for transformation. So I think ultimately, like in the greater scheme of things here, you're probably not going to be that bothered by this in practice, assuming that you do buy this at some point in the future, if you wish to part with $43 for yet another set of Seekers.
Well, that's
Per
just
figure.
for one Seeker.
Yeah.
So, and
But if
I
you-
got so many figures now. I was actually planning on putting them on the shelf sideways. That way I could fit more.
Yeah,
So it will bother me.
I'm calling some BS on that one, but no, just I was gonna say it's like potato chips. If you can't just get one Seeker, if you pay the
True.
$43 for this one, you're committing yourself to the entire bag of chips.
Which
Right.
would be
Hey,
about
also-
$260 for
For six of them.
Starscream,
Yeah,
Skywarp, Thundercracker, Thrusters, and Ramjet, not counting any other ones they might want to get out like Sunstorm.
Yeah,
There's
and then you
also,
got
math.
G2 versions of Starscream and Ramjet, and then you could use Sandstorm in those sand
And the
colors.
cell, and yeah, I mean
Stop it. Stop it.
And
The
not
list-
Sunstorm.
Master.
I'm sorry, John, you're trying to say something?
oh sorry, John.
Well, I was going to say, well, anybody but Sunstorm. There's also an option for Diecast. He can probably invest $15 to $30 on perhaps a DNA upgrade kit or some fillers on eBay. So you can make it a $75 toy with a good looking torso.
Perfect.
Don't tempt me. I mean, I am all in on the Devastator upgrades. So I think that's probably going to be like $200 worth of upgrades for a $200 figure if you add it all up.
Well, I
Now,
mean,
see,
and
now see at that price, John, that would bring your total up to $450 for 6 Seekers.
And Diecast, there is somebody on eBay at least, I think doing pre-sales for a Studio Series Devastator upgrade, which is it's non-transforming replacement like construction vehicles to put onto the combiner parts from the official toys so that you can have your Devastator standing there with all of its articulation mostly still intact because that's in the official parts, and also your separate Constructicons down there. And like on the one hand, you would think like, okay, you do that and you save some money over buying 2 full sets. No, actually, the cost of those upgrades is equal to just buying another set of Constructicons. So I don't see what they're actually thinking they're accomplishing
Yeah.
by doing this.
I did see those kits, but I'm hesitant to buy 3D printed kits, knowing I have a 3D printer and I could just,
So
if
you
I
probably
wanted
don't have a
to, I-
3D printer that nice.
Probably, you're correct.
Why are you suggesting that? Like,
well,
3D printers are pretty decent these days.
They can be, but like
What he doesn't
as
have
much
is the skill. What he doesn't have is the skill to design it himself.
You never
no,
know.
but I mean, you can probably go
His is
to
probably several generations old by this point.
I mean, you can probably go on to one of those repository websites that I can't think of the specific name of, even though I'm
Thingiverse.
sure I knew. Sure, yeah, that works. You can probably go on there and find where somebody else who knows how to do 3D modeling has done this, and either get them for free because a lot of people put the stuff up for nothing or next to nothing, or pay somebody a couple bucks for it and do it yourself. Yes. I was gonna say though, like the 3D print stuff that you see people sell on eBay, like you can kind of see in the zoom in like the striation lines for where the layers were fused together, but like a lot of home 3D printers still are not quite up to that snuff. Like I don't think you're gonna get the same kind of surface quality. And like I want to be clear here, I'm not even saying that the 3D print stuff on eBay in general is like good enough finish for my standards for adding to the toys. I don't think I've ever bought one of those because like none of them quite look good enough to match the finish of the toys they would be going with. I did almost buy one of those for Metal Hawk. It was a 3D print of like the toy's big rifle.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is because of how filament 3D printing works, where it's only basically strong in one direction. The way they had to print it, they then had to take just like a piece of plain styrene tubing and jam it in where the handle would be, so that it would have something to hold on to, and it would not like snap and shear off in the toy's hand the first time you tried to put it in or remove it. And like the janky look of those mismatched materials kind of put me off of that and spared me the $17 or $18 cost of a not even that great 3D print thing. What were we talking about again?
Thundercracker?
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, Diecast, I think it's fine. If you buy Thundercracker, I don't think it's going to have like a practical application where that hollow space is going to be staring you in the face. Unless, yes, you purposely just like start bookshelving your toys. And I mean, you could be psychotic enough to do that. I can't really say for sure.
Well, I mean,
That would be a
depending-
weird,
depending
really
on
weird collection, though.
Yeah.
depending on shelf space, like I had to put my Earthrise Seekers somewhat,
Askance.
facing in a diagonal angle just because of their wingspans to get them all on the
Well,
shelf.
you see, what you've actually done there, you're just displaying them according to how they're posed in their character model sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this does look like it has waist swivel, so just a little turn of the waist, and it's pretty obvious to me. And it could be one of those things where it's just blatantly obvious on this picture, and when you get it in hand, it won't bother you as much.
It does have a waist swivel, which is a fair like step up from the articulation standard of the Earthrise Seeker. That was built so similarly to the Classics Deluxe Seeker that a waist joint just doesn't work in how that design system works. This, I can't imagine this is doing too much different stuff from, a basic Seeker design, but they've managed to work a waist joint in there. So, like, if you want a certain kind of enhanced posability with this, I hate myself for liking how this looks as much as I do like how this looks, but I have to give them credit. They have made these cartoon Seekers look really good.
Yes, it looks exactly like the Thundercracker that I wanted since I was a child.
I mean, it could.
But I wouldn't have wanted to pay $43 for it then either.
No.
Well, no. And I was just gonna say as one last thing, like it could be the photography, but the shade of blue looks a little bit more toy leaning than cartoon leaning, which could be a sticking point for some people.
Generation 1 Thundercracker was like a dark blue toy.
Yeah, but Thundercracker in the cartoon was more on the lighter end of blue than what this is looking like.
Very light blue, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I say more toy leaning. Like, between the two options, this definitely feels more toy inspired. I really
disagree.
Okay, I really hope though if they do a Sunstorm, it's the proper eye-searing saturation that it needs to be of orange, not yellow.
Safety orange and bright white.
Yes, creamsicle, please. I don't like creamsicles, but I need my Sunstorm to be a creamsicle. It's the only place in my life that I have room for a creamsicle.
So for no reason whatsoever, I just did the math, and inflation, say 1985 or 84, either one, a Seeker in today's dollars, $45.
Listen, don't enable them. Don't make them think that what they're doing is right.
Yeah, that sounds weird because I guarantee my parents wouldn't have paid $45 for a Seeker.
Well, it wasn't 45; it was
I know
15.
they wouldn't have because I didn't have any.
What was
It was $15. But
a house?
No, a Seeker.
Oh.
So, more on that later. So, let's jump on to the next news item. So, Hasbro is sending out replacements for Mega Prime. So, the pieces it broke. I will say that our pal Ben Yee was directed to send his entire Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
And got back part of an Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that's great.
That sucks.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's better because the parts that they are sending back have not really been modified in any way or remolded except for a small bit of sanding.
Yeah. Technically they have been modified. The tooling hasn't been changed. Like that's the specificity we need to be clear on here. We were expecting when the replacement program was announced that okay, they're re-examining this, they're going to adjust the molds and run a new batch of these fixed so that problem won't exist. No, they're rerunning the same tooling on these toys, a new batch of them, and just somebody at the factory is sanding the edges down. By the reports I've seen, an inconsistent amount between samples. So sometimes it seems like it might work and sometimes it still doesn't.
Boy, Hasbro just keeps making me glad that I skipped on this.
I have an open mind. I have no idea what it's going to look like when I open it up. So that's great.
So it does seem though like the cases of Ultra Magnus replacements, those are fixed, but that was an easier thing to do because the Ultra Magnus problem was that some of the early copies of that did not have a specific chemical additive put into the injection mix, which was causing them to yellow rapidly. That seems to have been done correctly this time. There is also hope that for the few people who were directed to send in entire Optimus Primes, and have only gotten back what they're calling the A parts so far, that the missing pieces can still also be restored to them. At least I sure hope so.
Yes, they're not even like you're not even getting an entire figure back. Like you're only getting
The front
half
of the
of
cab.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, the core robot is what they're sending back right now. Most people were not actually directed to send their toys back.
Yeah, they changed that pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was just the earliest people who kind of got the ball rolling here who were told that, and some people like Ben followed through with that instead of holding out for the policy change. Again, hopefully Hasbro will be able to sort this out fairly quickly here so that people actually do have their complete toys again.
I'm just glad I did the repair on my own because,
Yeah, I mean, at this
You
point, it
saved
seems
yourself
like
a lot of time.
yeah.
Yeah.
and I think I probably did a better job than the one sample photo that we're looking at.
I mean, you at least know that the one you did, you adjusted to the right tolerances for the fit of your toy.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm. This is
'cause yeah.
unacceptable.
Pardon?
This is unacceptable.
Oh yes, yes. No,
Yeah, I'm forced to agree. Yeah.
it shouldn't have been a crapshoot in the first place. Whether your HasLab Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime was going to break when you transformed it,
Or
and
be broken when you got it.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's that was a 00 on that one. But it certainly should not be a spin of the roulette wheel if you're going to have your replacement have the exact same thing happening. I really, really hope Leo Kaiser is at least simple enough that we can't have a problem like this.
I mean,
God,
we
yeah.
could, but I agree that it should be a simpler, more normal
Yeah, we're not.
combiner for them for their everyday, what we get nowadays.
And it's going to be almost another year before we find out anything about Leo Kaiser, how it turned out.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I did reach out to Hasbro because I hadn't heard anything in about 2 months since I sent in my pictures. They did not ask me to send back in any of the product. I sent pictures of all three all three Optimus Primes, and all the codes and stuff. And I did reach out to them. I'm trying to find the email. I can't find it at the moment, but they said that there is a slight delay in getting the replacements back out, but that they will be on the way, and I will get an email when the replacements are sent.
All 3 years were cracked?
I opened up 2. I fixed 1. The second one was kind of bad. I didn't get a chance to fix it, but I could tell just when I was wiggling it, with the back, with it kind of open, it was fighting me. The third one, I did not even try because when I tried to move it, I was getting a ton of resistance. So I'm just assuming it's going to be bad. So I am waiting for my replacements. But yeah, one I fixed, one I did not fix, but it was because I took it out and looked at it and saw the issues. The third one I just tried and it was like, I am not even attempting that. There's no visible crackage on any of them, but
Well, you got lucky there.
Yeah, but
Visible crackage is a candidate for show title, by the way.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. So they did get back with me, and they said that there is a slight delay in getting them out to everybody.
You're better off just repairing it yourself. Rather, if there's no crackage, then I would just fix it yourself.
Well, I wanted to get the replacements also is future proofing because you never know when something else is going to go wrong. And of that set, the set that I have combined as Omega Prime is the first one I did, which I never planned on undoing him again. For the rest of my display, Optimus is much more important than Ultra Magnus as far as having him in regular mode and super mode. So I just want to make sure that if they're willing to give me replacements, I've got extras if something else goes wrong. That's the best. That's the best I can do right now.
And to be totally honest, I hate to put it this way, but I wouldn't want to mod these at this point because if anything goes wrong with them, I want it to be Hasbro's fault.
Yep. Totally agree.
And like Don is meanwhile working on a strategic Omega Prime reserve.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I know.
No, Don, I actually agree with you. Just no, like the image came to mind of like you're sitting on like strong boxes in the ground full of Omega Prime parts just in case.
I mean, he's my favorite non-masterpiece Optimus. So I mean,
shoved into the world's most uncomfortable mattress.
Don and the P.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. So we Retro Collection Deluxe Wheelie and Outback images. We talked about Deluxe Wheelie a lot last week. Like
yeah, and then the pictures came out 12 hours later.
Yeah.
As is our way.
I have mixed feelings on it.
It's okay.
I love Wheelie. It's just it's okay. It's okay.
I hate that they fixed the vehicle mode because I really didn't like how the vehicle mode looked on the Studio Series Wheelie. And this one is like the nose of the car has been drastically improved. And that means that either I get this or hopefully at some point it comes out in animation colors again and I get that. So just like
I think animation colors would look better on this, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Like it's too big for Wheelie for me.
Yes, I think that's
well, there's that. Though, compared to the other mini bots, Wheelie was kind of substantial.
He was tall.
Yeah, he was tall, he was kind of dense, and because of the way he transformed, since the legs just kind of tucked under. Yeah. It kind of large
he was tall.
I mean, probably with the Exosuit Core Class figure that came out a couple of years ago, this probably would scale about right in robot mode with that for some of the cartoon depictions of Wheelie and Daniel together.
That's fair. Yeah, so Wheelie is one of the handful, like it's usually like the 86 stuff that I have etched in my brain is like, I will never forget how that toy looks, how it feels in hand. Like everything about it. And I know it's a crap toy and I know nobody besides me loves Wheelie. But
hey, I loved that toy as a kid.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Like maybe this to me is the Headmaster's Wheelie, the jerk Wheelie. I could like maybe like in my head canon that's who this is. Okay.
I mean, I can see that. What I would like to see off of this mold is Wild Boy of Quintessa Wheelie.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Which I think we're retconning at this point as being G2 Wheelie because that's what they packed in with G2 Grimlock. Yeah. So I think we're gonna conflate those two ideas and just make everything confusing.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. I fairly like how Outback looks.
Yeah, I think Outback looks really, really impressive. Of course, that Brawn mold it's up until Gears came out, Brawn was probably my favorite. And even now, it's just like, what day is it and which one's my favorite?
Well, yeah, because that's the thing. Like, the Brawn mold and the Gears mold are both like, they're both doing basically the same thing, but in different ways, but they're doing them equally well. Gears kind of ticks the boxes in a certain way that I prefer over how Brawn works, but like, both of them are really good at what they're doing.
I like Brawn better.
I'm with Diecast. I like Brawn better, and I've specifically been waiting for Outback to be announced.
Well, I think Outback's main problem is his color palette is naturally kind of blah. Versus Brawn, you do have the silver, the yellow, the green. So
Yeah.
visually, Brawn is a lot more interesting. Plus, there's more of a character to mentally add to the figure because we know who Brawn is. Outback was in a handful of episodes in season 3.
Yeah,
We
and
know
He only really had speaking lines in one.
And so,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Well, 2 of them.
we know who Outback is. He's Crocodile Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like that's another reason that I think I like Outback better. It's because he's a season 3 character, and
He
that
should come with his Decepticon detector, though.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
I'm sure there'll be a third-party upgrade kit that includes if he's got any whatever the Brawn kit had, it'll come with that, and then they'll toss that in as well.
yeah.
Yeah, like the only thing I don't like about this Outback is that the cannon for the roof of the vehicle has been turned into just a little handgun for this. Which, like, I kind of understand out of like necessity of how the toy is designed. They're probably stuck with that like size profile for the weapon, but
Yeah.
it does feel like it kind of loses something as a result of that.
Yeah, it needs to be half again bigger than what it is, pretty much.
At least, yeah. I'm trying to remember. It would take a lot of work. I was thinking like getting Energon Battle Ravage. It had that little cannon on there that looked like a little Megatron fusion cannon.
Yeah.
Paint that black, but that had a socket on it, not a peg. You'd need a like a male-to-male 5mm adapter.
Honestly, you could take this and add Sculpey to it probably and get it to work.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to go to that extent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay, so important to note, probably Wheelie is going to come out in cartoon colors at some later point in Studio Series 86. As far as we know right now, and if I remember right, this comes via JT Prime. This is the only planned release of Outback. So if you want Outback in this form factor, get it from the Retro Collection. Don't hold out for a second run.
I'm happy about that because I don't want to buy it again.
Yeah, this looks like the one I want anyway.
Yeah, it looks totally fine. I'm happy with what they've done here.
So I'm pretty sure at some point in one of the JT's leak lists that Tailgate was mentioned too. But we haven't heard anything about a Swerve yet.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
I'm mildly annoyed by that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a problem there too, which I guess maybe could be resolved between Retro Collection and main release, but like, you've got Toy Swerve, which some people would definitely want Toy Swerve. You've also got IDW Swerve, which you're not going to get like a perfect IDW Swerve out of that mold. But like, I think putting the IDW face on that probably would be enough of a bone to people to, satisfy that itch for people who that's their Swerve, basically.
Well, if they want to do 2 releases, luckily the season 3 animation models stick pretty close to the toys, so you could do that one just on the retro card, the toy version, the one that I would want, and then if they really want to do an IDW one, you could put that in a wave somewhere.
But Swerve even in the cartoon besides that one point in
Yes,
5 Phases of Darkness when he got stepped on? No, besides that though.
That was it.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Tailgate as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hey, Manny Kara just put in the Discord, tfradio.net/Discord, a screenshot of one of the release lists. Apparently, Deluxe Swerve is Age of the Primes Wave 2.
Okay.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Manny.
Thank you, Manny. So, Cartoon T-Spark booth at Shanghai Wonderfest.
Yeah, this is the point where I had been up and down my list of stuff since last week for the third time, and had only gotten us to 2 bullet points on the show notes.
Did I can't remember because I'm a goldfish. Did we talk about Nucleon Quest Convoy before? Did we? Okay.
We have talked about it in the past. We didn't talk about it last week, but we've talked about it since it was announced.
So we've seen it before. This isn't new.
Yes, there is nothing newly revealed at this booth. But as I said, I had been through my my list of news sources 3 times by this point, and was struggling to find anything to fill the show notes out with.
Let's talk about the Takara Tomy stock photos that were posted because I really want that Quick Strike.
Quick Strike looks really good.
Yeah.
Like I was looking through these yesterday and just like I'm still stunned that they managed to make an updated Quick Strike that looks this nice.
Yeah. Shocking. It's like Skybite. Like you wouldn't necessarily think of it as being that good, compared to the original, but
yeah, and I hope in hand this has that same quality like Skybite, where I get it and handle it and transform it, and it does everything I want it to do. It is everything I want it to be, and like that's just the end of it. Like I would be so happy if this just lives up to being exactly what it's trying to be. Unlike, say, Legacy Beast Wars Silverbolt, which was, that was so close to being like the perfect Silverbolt toy, and they just stopped short.
Yeah. What was everybody's consensus on Windcharger?
I'm not a huge fan.
His wheels are too big.
His wheels are too big.
Love it. I'm excited.
The big empty space in his legs is a little too obvious.
You won't see it from the front.
In this case, I think you probably will.
So will we get a corpse as a Target exclusive later
eventually?
On?
Probably.
When we get a new wheeljack.
Yeah, because I mean, we do have a new wheeljack out now at Target if they use that.
No, but I think there is I think we do have a new wheeljack, like a Studio Series wheeljack on the books for next year.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Windcharger has always been one of my low-key, favorite, because he was so simple, but he just looked so good in both to me.
Yeah.
I think this looks good, but yeah, the thing is, though, the original toy, the wheels kind of stood out on it as well. So I don't know if they're trying to mimic that, and they put the slider a little too far.
Of the original mini bots, all of them are good except for Brawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I think I would have rather had the magnetic field be like you could attach to the hand, but again, that's just a minor thing for me versus doing the whole chest thing. Because I just keep hearing him shout Unibeam when he does that, which is the wrong character.
Yeah, I will submit it was probably easier for them to make this work in both modes this way than by having it be able to plug onto the hand and also have someplace to go in the car that quote unquote makes sense.
Yeah. Two things. Love the way Blastoff looks, although love that giant, huge Decepticon.
That's the best part, Don.
Yeah, I know it is, but it reminds me of the Universe Inferno from the Red Alert mold that had that giant Autobot symbol on the hood. So it's that. And can we talk about how absolutely gorgeous Sureshot is?
Oh, before that though, I want to point out some of the people in our Discord caught this too. The Blastoff's giant Decepticon shield looks very much like that is a pop-off piece that probably is meant to go onto Bruticus's chest plate.
Oh, nice!
Which is why it's so big, because it'll be proportional.
Yes.
That makes sense.
That is awesome.
Because that's what it did in the animation, although you never saw it.
Yeah,
because it was animated so badly. But again, shout out to our Discord people, tfradio.net/Discord. Come join us for conversations and insights like that. If you want to just sit around and talk about new toy reveal stuff, it's really cool.
So during
the brain trust we got going on here for picking this stuff out.
So during the live stream, it's great. Wednesdays 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Eastern. But just during the week, middle of the night, well, there's not much going on in the middle of the night. First thing in the morning, first thing in the morning, it's great. So. tfradio.net/Discord. Okay, Sureshot. The colors are perfect.
Guys, he is so beautiful.
Perfect.
Really
the
good.
proportions look good. Not crazy about those inside of the arms, but that's to be expected for the transformation. I'm sure there'll be a filler kit or something for it. But he just looks right.
Yeah. The thighs bother me more than the inside of the arms here, but not enough that I don't want to get it. So I think it looks really good.
I was looking to see if I had my G1 Sureshot behind me, and I thought I did, but it looks really good. It does look like it's a reimagining of Sureshot. It has to be.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But I just
hope at the same time it's pretty faithful.
Yes, exactly.
I just hope all those yellows on top with the hood and all that. I hope all the yellow on top matches like it does in this picture.
It looks like that's plastic. The thing that I'm worried might be painted is the forearms. Because their finish in these pictures does look a little bit different, but the contiguous areas of yellow look like they're all on plastic together, so you're not going to have like a point-to-point mismatch of them.
Yeah. He just looks, that quick strike looks good. I mean, just another Junkion, okay, from that mold.
Yeah, I mean, well, we haven't had this mold in Junkion colors yet. That was the whole point of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
This is the one that was Axle Grease, which was the really cool like blue and purple deco.
That's right.
Which was really pretty, and they made Lockdown off of this. So what they've done, they put Junkion colors on this and Towline's head, to make it kind of be its own new thing. We saw this in a live stream reveal 2 or 3 months ago, I think. But obviously, this would have been like the least interesting thing there.
Yeah.
I just sincerely wish I liked this mold as much as they like using it. It just does.
That's fair. That's fair.
Just never feels right to me. Just the fact that I can't transform it without it coming apart. I'm doing something wrong, and it's just not working for me.
I appreciate that they engineered it to theoretically be transformable without parts forming.
I have not yet proven this theory.
The problem is you have to be exceptionally careful with some of the pieces. And like, my experience with this mold family is that it's not even the parts that are designed to come apart for the alleged weaponizer functionality of it. It's like those friction elbow hinges. Those will just pop apart. That's not even part of the design philosophy of this. They just don't work very well.
Yeah.
And I will say, now that I see this Quintus Prime, it's kind of growing on me a little bit. It's
like a fungus.
Possibly.
It looks just like a
it's
Quintesson.
We need more chartreuse in the line.
Well, okay, so
Yes.
Diecast, Quintus Prime, Quintesson. They are specifically intentionally related.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
I don't know the
it's-
history behind.
This is a feature, not a bug.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Works as intended, won't fix.
I still think this is the closest mold we've ever had to get a Botanica from, but I don't know how they would do
Stop. We're not getting a Botanica.
I mean, from this engineering model, we've seen them go places with engineering models that we didn't expect. I don't think we're getting a Botanica either, but I see that it would be possible.
No, I mean, Don is correct in that this is the closest we're ever going to get to something being engineered where it could be a Botanica, but Brian is also correct that we're not getting a Botanica.
Guys. Go ahead.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
I was only going to point out that as much as I didn't really want to buy this at $25, I absolutely do not want to buy this at $28.
No, I am very happy to say that I need less than 50% of what's shown off here.
Hey, that's good. Hey, guess what?
What did you buy?
We're 45 minutes into the show.
I know.
Oh,
No, when you said at the start, like, we're just going to kind of freeform this or whatever, it's like, yeah, okay, we'll be fine.
Okay, let's jump to what we got this week. Of course, what we got is Transformers on topic, Transformers adjacent, so GoBots. And we can kind of stretch Hasbro sometimes in, not G.I. Joe, unless it's really closely Transformers adjacent. But the off-topic portion is exclusive to patrons at patreon.com/tfradio. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, please go.
Okay, so first off, big thanks to Mike, our Touch Tier patron. Here's why it's cool. Also on There Goes My Bunny when that happens. He bought multiple Haslevel Mega Primes, and I think he also fixed his own instead of getting the replacements. But the relevant thing here is that, of course, he had multiple of the Bluebolts weaponizer component, and he remembered that I had expressed interest in having one at some point a while back, and he sent me a message a couple weeks ago like, hey, you still want a Bluebolt? I have a spare, and he put it in the mail, and I now have a Bluebolt as a lovely special gift from one of our patrons. So thank you so much for that, Mike. Bluebolt is like, I've handled one before. I visited Hey Mickey right after he got his Hat Level Mega Prime, so I got some familiarity with all the components. Like, I like the Bluebolt thing quite a bit. Um, to say it has an alternate mode of its own is more than a little bit of a stretch, because it does just turn into the weapons pack for Ultra Magnus. But it also, as simple as it is, it feels like a better realization of weaponizer as a concept than anything else that has tried to exist in that space since Siege ended. Like, I like the modulators pretty well, but more just for the playset functionality of them, not the break them apart and put them on other toys part. Like, this actually feels like most of the parts on this you could reasonably attach to another toy and have that look like a weapon power up. So like, I appreciate that they actually got back to form with this. And it is a shame that it's kind of stuck just with a HasLab as a pack-in, but without, throwing more material and engineering into this, I don't know how they would ever realize something like this as like a standalone toy. So like, it's cool that this exists at all, and I'm really, really happy to have one. So thank you again, Mike. And then a few weeks ago, Alpha Magnus from our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord, sent me a message wanting to know if I was still looking for Earthspark Deluxe hashtag, which I was. So he was able to grab one of those and send it my way. I got that in just a couple days ago. I'm quite happy with this too. I'm actually surprised how much of an improvement it feels like over the Takara like upgraded warrior class one. They are very visually similar to each other, but like, as has been pointed out, they share no parts with each other. This has a much more like polished feel to it, which I've found like the Earthspark Deluxe class figures to be like a little bit hit and miss with how they realize the designs they're going for and just the quality of the execution on them. And like, hashtag turned out really, really nice. This is like distinctly a nicer toy than the one that some of us bought. Was that last summer now? Was that like fully last summer, or
I think
yeah, that
so.
sounds,
I think so.
yeah, that sounds right. Summer, I should say summer of last year, because we're basically into fall this year already. Time. But yeah, I love the shade of purple. I love how the joints feel. The vehicle mode is more like fully fleshed out on this one. Like, there's actually like more of a truck bed in the back half, instead of just the robot legs hanging out back there. It's really nice. It's better than I expected it to be. I'm happy to have this, and I think at this point I finally get to be done with Earthspark Deluxes, because as interesting as Cosmos looks, I don't like particularly feel a driving need to try to find one of those, if indeed they exist in the wild somewhere, which I don't think anybody has proven yet. So thank you to Alpha Magnus for that. Let's see, where was I going to go next here? I got from Amazon Micronus Prime. So that pre-order came in, and I think this was delivered on Sunday, maybe. It's been a busy few days of packages coming in. Hopefully, this is going to be my big bunch for the rest of the year, and it's going to be back to me normally having nothing or just one or two things. In contrast to Bluebolts, the weaponizer adjacent functionality of Micronus Prime feels undeserved. Like, it feels less like they wanted to do this as a design feature of the toy, and more as a, we're not sure how to make this design work the way we want it to, so we're just going to make it like disassemble and reassemble and call the weaponizer. It doesn't feel like this is something that they actually wanted to fit into this. It's just the only way they could actually make this do everything that they wanted it to do at this price point.
Well, you were really excited about that one too.
Well, like, I still like what this is. What I think I said in the Discord after I got it, I would like to look in on the alternate universe where this toy was released as a small Voyager instead, because I think with a little bit more mass and complexity to throw at it, they probably could have made something like really cool that mostly does not parts form to transform. But like what it's doing is still really cool. So I've got it in its vehicle mode right now. You know, the goofy giant unicycle thing that looks like a Power Rangers vehicle because it used to be a Power Rangers vehicle. This was there was a
Omega Ranger. Yeah.
yeah, a giant like big wheel unicycle motorcycle thing in SPD, which was really goofy at the time too, and it's no less goofy now, but it's goofy in a good way. But yeah, I like the proportions of this. It's like squat and bulbous in a way that kind of fits the character in my mind. Like it kind of makes sense for this vehicle mode to look like this with the robot mode of the was a power suit basically also being like kind of short and stocky. Um the actual Micronus Prime minicon component is doing like multiple references at once. The robot mode is very designed after Robots in Disguise 2015's cartoons depiction of Micronus Prime. The alternate mode for it is a disc like the Fall of Cybertron Minicon data discs, but it's got the tampograph on there that looks like the Armada Minicon tile insignia on it. So like it's going for like multiple layers of reference here. It's got the little the can't remember what the relic is called on this, but it's like the little fan wheel thing that can plug into either the minicon or plug into one of the ports on the motorcycle or the body. The minicon is sadly about half clear plastic, so I do have to worry about like the ball and socket joints in some places on there. It will sit on the unicycle and can peg on in a couple places and be fairly secure on there. I'm not worried about it falling off. And the unicycle can stand up on it by itself if you point the robot arms down. They're the exhaust pipes in the vehicle, but if you point them down, you get basically like a tripod thing going on with that. The transformation is pretty simple, especially since it mostly is just you pop the arms off, you pop the wheel off, the wheel becomes the legs, and then you put the arms back on. It's not the most complex thing, but like it's doing the job that it needs to, and you get a decent little articulated power suit that the disc mode minicon can plug into on the inside. And like that, this thing is doing a lot of different things. It's not necessarily doing all of them the way that I would want them to be done, but like it's still interesting and fun and different. It's still fairly unique feeling compared to like the other stuff in the line right now, and like that's really, really valuable to me. It's a really great solution for like, okay, how do we represent the prime of small robots in the toy line when we don't have a price point anymore smaller than deluxe? And it's a great way to work around that and kind of just like flex some creativity and do some different things. And like I'm all for that. I love the ideas of this, and I just wish the execution was more than like 60 or 70% of the way there, because like they're well on their way to something really, really great here, and it just kind of falls short because of, I'm sure, budget for a large part of like what they had to do with this, and just kind of settling for good enough on some of it. The one knock I have with the robot mode is that the fork and axle system for the unicycle mode, it opens up and becomes like wings on the back, and the axle, the wheel bearings are like fans, I guess, but like they don't hinge back very far, so they kind of get in the way of the movement of the arms, and that would have been a fairly easy thing to resolve, I think, and it just hasn't been, and like that's the biggest thing for me that kind of is working against this, just because like you could have just molded a slightly different shape that would have popped back to 45 degrees. There would have been plenty of room for everything, and then the whole thing would have just felt a little bit better in robot mode. But yeah, like I it's not a perfect toy. I have complaints with it, obviously, but I still like what it's doing, what it's trying to do. I like the intent behind it. I'm more happy with it than not. Um, Meanwhile, the other two things I got were the last two Constructicons. So I got Mixmaster first. Um, Mixmaster would have been a great bookend on the Constructicons because, like, I don't think it's quite as nice as Scrapper, but it's better than the other ones, which is maybe damning with faint praise. Like Mixmaster isn't doing anything remarkable, but it's not doing anything horrendously wrong either. I didn't really have the problems with transforming it to vehicle mode, like I've heard talked about. The way to line the joints up just kind of makes sense intuitively for me. The problem I had actually was more figuring out, without looking at the giant instruction sheet that came with the Commander 2-pack, how to actually put Mixmaster in foot mode, and it's laughably more simple than I would have ever imagined it to be. But yeah, like, I kind of wish that Scrapper and Mixmaster had come out in parallel together, because, like, if those had been the first two that I got, I probably would have felt better overall about the whole thing rather than getting Scrapper, which was pretty nice. Like that, it, like, obviously, even then I thought, okay, this is kind of small for a Voyager, but I can kind of see why it has to be. And what it's doing, it's not doing anything wrong. It's fine. Mixmaster is basically the same thing. But like going from Scrapper then onto Bone Crusher was just like, well, this feels more like it's actually setting the pattern for what's coming ahead. And then the Commander 2-pack kind of confirmed it in a really bad way. Mixmaster would have been a good bookend. Unfortunately, I got Scavenger last out of these, and Scavenger really made me long for the days of Bone Crusher, I gotta say.
He is a square with a shovel.
He is a square with a shovel, and in robot mode, he is a T.
Yeah, he is not the shoveler, although he does have a shovel.
Yeah, oh boy.
He does shovel well.
Oh man, like, I don't know. There's not any other toy that I would want to reassign down to deluxe class and make Bone Crusher or Scavenger be Voyager toys in their place.
There's really not any that you can, because they
No,
both
there's
just
not.
form biceps on
Yeah.
Devastator.
I really, really wish Scavenger at least could have been a Voyager, so they could have done something more with the toy for itself. Because this is a really not great last entry on the Constructicon set for me. Like, there's just
disagree.
There's there's just so little to this, man. So I did take the time today to assemble Devastator fully for the first time. The process of that is okay. So Mixmaster makes me retroactively like Scrapper a little bit less, because with Mixmaster, all you do to plug him onto the leg is you fold down the front of the drum and you slide him onto the leg piece. For Scrapper, you got to pop the back end apart and then kind of sandwich it around the thigh connector. And like, that is so inelegant compared to what they ended up doing with Mixmaster. I wish both of them had that really nice, like, just chunky slide on thing, and the click at the end, and then flipping the drum back to feel like you're locking it in place. It's really, really a great, like, feel experience doing that versus just like wrapping Scrapper onto Devastator's leg. It's such a stark difference, and I just, again, it makes me just a little bit less happy with Scrapper in retrospect. But yeah, like, this Devastator is really nice when it's all put together. It's a very chunky, solid thing. Don, I can confirm I don't have any of the problems that you were experiencing with the connection between hook and long haul. It is super solid. I picked the whole thing up by hook after putting it together and before putting the chest wing on, and it just sat there. It was fine.
I mean, like I said, it could be me and my fingers just not able to manipulate the connection like I need to.
Maybe. Like, you kind of have to like do it in the right order, with like what you're plugging in, and then kind of like roll it forward to snap everything down in the right place.
It took me 45 minutes to get them to connected to the point where I could finish assembling everything else.
Yeah, it's you, Don.
I'm sorry, Don. But yeah, like, would I like the back of this to be a little bit cleaner, or at least have the long haul parts like shifted up higher to be more of a like filled in backpack look instead of just hanging halfway down the body? Yeah, probably so. It's not awful in person. It's not great, but it's not as bad as it's made out to be sometimes. The posability on this is solid. The clicky joints are all clicky with like more than enough strength to hold this in all kinds of poses. I got just kind of in a generic actiony pose right now, but the ankles are solid. The hip joints aren't going anywhere. The knees are good. Like, it will hold whatever it like semi-extreme poses, I guess I will say. It's still a pretty heavy thing, but like, it's got the joint strength, and it should be able to balance in a lot of these poses without too much problem. They put some thought and care into how this thing was going to be able to hold itself up and use the joints that they were giving it. The weirdest thing on this that they did wrong, I didn't even realize this, I don't think, until now. The 5mm sockets in the Devastator hands to plug the gun into are like half the depth of the rifle's peg. So like, you can only get that in, you can maybe 3mm deep into that socket, and then it hits the bottom. The hold on the rifle is just super, super loose. It does not fit. If it fit down in farther, it would probably grip a little bit more solidly, but as it is, like, on my copy, the rifle kind of pivots side to side, and it's very easy to then bump the rifle out of the hand. I don't know why they didn't make this deeper, or just make it like a full pass-through 5mm socket in the handpiece. Just something where it could actually hold onto that rifle more solidly, and I don't really know what you would even do about this in terms of like an aftermarket kit to make that work better. The only thing I could come up with would be like an adapter to put on the gun's 5mm handle. So like, you would plug that in and then have a little post that fits down into the space between the hand and the closed fingers, just to stabilize it a little bit. But like, I cannot figure out why they made the connection to the gun as at least potentially weak as this has turned out to be. It seems like that would be the simplest thing to get right, and that's like a big failing for me. Overall, like, put together as Devastator, I think this project is really, really successful and solid. It's a great, like, finished product. I more or less hate the process of getting to it, though. At least 3 of the toys I have either completely... No, I'm on the like wrong side of neutral for at least 3 of them, to like sometimes active dislike if I think about them too much. It's amazing that they got this whole set out in the space of 1 calendar year. I think they had to make too many compromises to make that happen. At the same time, I'm glad I'm not paying $43 a piece for half of these next year. So there is at least that. But yeah, I like the finished product. Having put Devastator together, I'm not sure that it will ever be separate Constructicons again, because it is at its best as an assembled Devastator. Also, at this point, I don't remember whose small gun goes with who, so I can't take them apart because I will never get that right again, and it will drive me crazy until the day I die. And that's what I got this week.
Now, Hasbro, give us an orange box set.
Yeah.
Hey,
damn it.
Hey, Chris.
Yes,
You didn't get anything else?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot about that, because Don helped me out and hooked me up with the Target 4-pack during Target's sale over the past weekend.
Oh, nice.
So I ended up getting that for what did it run, like 73 shipped, I think.
73, yeah.
Yeah, so for me that's much better than the 90 for me, only kind of I want horrible out of that. I would like to have the bumper, so like I definitely want the two toys out of that. Ultra Magnus, I'm holding out for some third party to go crazy and actually, make a full trailer armor for that. I don't think that's realistic, but I'm holding out for that. And animated Nemesis Prime exists also. I only got that yesterday and have not had a chance to open it besides, opening the shipping box and making sure that they didn't send me a box of candles or that, nothing was wrong with the toys. So, yeah, those are sitting over there in package still, which is why I forgot. But thank you for helping me out with that, Don.
No problem.
Don,
And that's what I got this week.
Don, you want to go next?
Yeah, buckle up, buttercups.
So we've had 22 minutes of Chris. Let's see how long Don can
Oh,
go.
jeez.
Okay, I'll try to
How
keep
can I
it.
talk so much?
Okay, I'll
You
try
love
to keep it
toys.
some.
That's why you're here.
Okay,
I feel like I used to love toys more. Sorry, go ahead, Don.
that's okay. My big bad toy store pile of loot came in. I have Skydive, so now I can complete Superion. I also found Micronus Prime at my local Walmart, of all places. It was just sitting on the shelf along with Alita 1 from TF1, TF1 Starscream, just on the shelf, surprisingly. So I picked him up. Today, you'll notice a lot of this stuff is from Target, and you can probably guess why with the sale going on. Walked into the today and found Onyx Primal. Well, Onyx Prime, I should say. Apparently he's shipping with Megatronus because it wasn't this. They weren't there yesterday, and they were today. So apparently he's shipping with a reship of Megatronus.
That
And
makes
with,
sense. There's not anything else for them to reship it with.
right. And with the sale going on, I wound up getting an off-topic item for like $5, and I'll show that out. So I got him. Also Transformer related, I got the He-Man Transformer crossovers.
Sweet. You haven't opened yours either.
I just got them. I just got them today.
They're
He's
not real
enjoying-
Transformers.
He's enjoying them in the correct fashion.
Right. Well,
Yes.
I did get the Man at Arms in person looks better than the photography, so I went ahead and picked him up. But the Megatron Skeletor looks incredible. I mean, it just really just you've got two of the biggest villains together from the 80s fused together. The packaging is gorgeous. Just an all-out, really, really great-looking pair of figures. And I did get another Megatron to open because I do have the two of the Optimuses coming. That way I've got one to open and one to keep in the packaging because this packaging is absolutely, it's embossed relief on the card. They've got the grid work, just an absolutely gorgeous set of packaging, and I'm really glad that I was able to pick those up, especially on sale. Also from my pile of loot, I got my 2-pack of G2 Dinobots. Can't wait to open those up. And also with the sale, I got Cyberworld Scorponok. Because with the sale price, he was down to like $30, he was already marked down from 59 to 39, and then the sale took off some extra money. And because I picked up those He-Man Transformer figures, I needed something to get me over the threshold. So I picked up a couple of the Cyberworld. I got Skybite.
I still need to get one of those.
Megatron, and Optimus. Because they do interact with Scorponok, and they also wound up saving me some money as well. Actually, that's okay. That's all I have on topic. I'm sorry. I thought I had something else.
Very cool.
That's all I have on topic.
Rob,
Nothing on topic.
John.
Left.
John had to leave.
John had to leave. I missed John leaving.
Dad stuff.
Got it. Matt.
Nothing.
Diecast.
Oh yeah. So
Well, that all balances out then, I guess.
Amazon Japan shipped.
Okay.
Apparently, I purchased RC from Amazon Japan.
The
The
anime
missing
version.
link. Yeah, the G1 version.
Not the toy deco, but the animation deco.
Yes, the animation deco. Didn't open it. It does look really nice.
Did you have any tariff issues?
No. No.
Spoilers, I didn't get mine yet. I'll have it tomorrow. No tariff issues. No, I
Oh,
mean, no. There are no duties on it. Yeah, so no tariff issues.
Yeah, you're the second or third people I've heard say that Amazon Japan did not charge them tariffs on Missing Link RC.
Well, it wouldn't be Amazon Japan. It would hit you when it hits the border, and you would be levied the duties by the carrier.
Yeah,
So,
which amazingly DHL has not charged people duties on that because I've seen some reports lately they are still bad on charging people on things like that. So looks like Missing Link RC buyers through Amazon Japan are lucking out.
Yep.
But and the other thing I think we were talking about last week was Masterpiece Rat Trap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently I ordered him from Amazon Japan at the same time. So they actually shipped in the same box.
Oh, congratulations. He looks so good.
He does, and I the only one I'm missing is Rhinox. I never bought Rhinox, but there is a theft version out there, a KO version that I may pick up. I don't know because
you kind of need the whole team for that to be right, really.
Yeah.
I mean, technically we're still missing Air Razor for having like a complete season 1.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll give you something to look for at TFCon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Good point. Thank you. I also got the Transformers 4-pack from Target. I didn't open it, but that I pre-ordered and it just shipped. Or I just got it. The other thing that I ordered from Hasbro Pulse because Target was sold out. I ordered it on the show last week. I don't know what made me think about it. I think maybe there was a sale on something. But I got the Transformers Devastation 2-pack, the Seeker Jet, and the Ground Soldier. This disappeared at Walmart, or I'm sorry, Target. I saw it on the shelf one time. They had like 5 or 6 of them. Never saw it again. And I went on Target's website and it's not available anymore. So luckily it was still available on Hasbro Pulse. It was one of those items that I think I was probably like, oh, I'll just wait for a sale till I buy it, since we all know Target does the sales every once in a while. And they just sold through all of theirs, apparently.
They are troop builders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like usually like these packs that show up, you can usually at least hit them on a sale. And I just missed that one. So I picked it up from Hasbro Pulse, and thank goodness, because it was a lot cheaper than going on eBay. The other thing I got Micronus Prime. I didn't open him yet. And I think that's it for On Topic.
Okay, I'm going to mention the thing that I'm stretching this, but I do want to talk about it because I think this is a service to the fans and myself, because I've spent so much time and energy talking about something related to this over the last couple of years, and I've never.
Is this your unhealthy silver thing coming back around?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So in 1985, in St. Louis,
oh geez,
there's a test market.
Picture it.
Yeah, picture it. St. Louis, Missouri, 1985. There is a Happy Meal promotion for boys, Transformers, and for girls, there are My Little Pony little clip things, little clips. So Diecast bought last week the Transformer from the set. Matt had pointed out, I had uncovered from a seller who was selling a bunch of Happy Meal toys and things that there was some stuff that they were selling from St. Louis, including like one of the big displays, etc., which I did not get. But they also had sealed little My Little Ponies clips, and they are just as rare as the Transformers, and My Little Pony collectors are obsessive. But I got 4 of these for $20 each, sealed, where a sealed Transformer goes for $150 to $300. So the demand for these is quite a bit less. They're smaller. They're painted though, so they're actually a little nicer. But yeah, I got 4 of them. So I'm not going to complete all of these. I don't care. But it was nice.
Famous last words.
Don't you believe it?
Yeah, I don't care. Like, but like, just the fact that I have them is nice. They'll go in with my display for the mini bots. Okay, so got some other stuff.
You're now incomplete display.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Dang it. Okay, so let me move on. So I've got I bought the ideal perfect version of Transformers 1, which is the VHS tape. But I went ahead and got like the inferior 4K Ultra HD version that popped up a couple weeks ago for like $15. So I'm looking forward to watching it in 4K because it'll look good.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be beautiful.
It'll be beautiful. Because Don keeps sending me links to it to buy it elsewhere. Blockies did send me the Devastator parts.
Oh, good.
And I found my Devastator bits. I haven't opened them from the carton yet, but I have them. I know where they're at, so I can get to them. So I've got that. Again, the dealer friend sold me a couple things. She sold me a couple of G1 top spins. When she told me about them, I thought, oh, it's top spin and twin twist. No, it's 2 top spins. So I'll add those to the pile.
Do they work?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the other loose thing that she got, though, which I was more interested in because I want to do a boxed version of this, so I needed the second one. It is a really nice, minty, incomplete. It doesn't have the accessories, but I can get those. Swoop. Really nice, really clean.
Ooh.
I'm shocked.
Clean.
Yeah, I'm shocked at how much. Like, she sold me Swoop and the top spins for $45.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Swoop goes for quite a bit. I'm like, you realize like that's? She's like, I can cut you a deal if I want to. I'm like, sure, let's do it. So,
Yeah.
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 So,
I mean, you said that, Brian. Now I'm thinking about I would like to have box top spin and twin twist.
yeah, do it. So again, bought a couple of things from her. Like the box on this is rough, and I'll have to do some repair, but I'm enjoying that. That's like my new hobby is buying cheap boxes and repairing them. But I bought a box and I did use a repro bubble, and that's why I didn't mention this before because I didn't have the bubble. But a G1 cup. So I now have a boxed G1 cup, US Hasbro, a boxed Takara cup, and a boxed Target Master cup. Hasbro Takara cup. Okay. Next to last thing, I mentioned this before. Again, same scenario. Bought it from my local dealer friend. It has a Kmart tag on it, which is why I mentioned this earlier. It is from 1985. It's Ramjet, and he cost $15 at Kmart in 1985, which breaks down to just a few cents under $45 when you factor in for inflation. So,
and Kmart always tended to run a little high on toys.
Yeah,
a little
that's what I
high,
was thinking.
a little high, but I mean, still ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm betting you probably could have found that at $12.99 at Toys R Us.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
yeah,
too.
$13 at Rose's Dawn probably, or Walmart,
Probably.
or Target. Yeah. Last thing I got, it's not as impressive as it sounds, but I will start off by saying I got my first ever lucky draw.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, first ever lucky draw. But again, it's not as impressive as it sounds. In 2000, I guess, there were 2 different Brave Max lucky draws. There was a Brave Max that was complete with all accessories, which I did not get because that's like 10 grand. But there's also Brave Max's sword.
Oh yes.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
So
because the one that's complete came with the play mat, I think.
yeah, and it came with the sword, came with the gun, came with all the Fort Max
gasket
accessories.
grommet stuff.
Yeah, it did not come with a shell. I don't think anyway, but
No, it didn't.
Came with all the other accessories. But yeah, there's also a separate release of just the sword. Now, my loose Brave Max, which I got from Chris,
Yes.
will have a sword. So it's the Sonic Kong version, which is fine.
So is the Brave Max.
Yes, no, the Brave Max
Oh, yeah,
is the Sonic
okay.
Kong version.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. It's just as good. I think
Yeah,
this
no,
one's-
it's
I think a sticker's upside down, but that's it.
yes. Yeah, that's the only difference. One of the factory stickers is on there upside down versus the Japanese release. It doesn't really make
Doesn't-
any difference in the toy.
It doesn't matter. So yeah, so here in a couple weeks when I'm displaying it, he'll have his sword. I'm excited about that. And that's what I got this week. Let's jump to our off-topic crap, the stuff that's not Transformers. I got a bunch of G.I. Joe. I'm not going to go into. I guess I'll go into it. But I'll start off with. I shipped my pile of loot, which is where most of this came from. The one non-G.I. Joe thing that came in my pile of loot was the Fright Zone from Masters of the Universe Origins. So all of my Evil Horde figures now have a place to live. So the box came, and of all the Kim doesn't say a word about Amazon. She doesn't say a word about stuff. It clearly says eBay. But she's like, what's in this big box that says Big Bad Toy Store? I'm like, oh, it's the Fright Zone. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, she knows what that is because her kids love Masters of the Universe. So she knew what that was. Okay. So I'll just run through the G.I. Joe stuff really quick. Well, I think it was Dawn who sent something to our internal text about the Cobra Trooper being on sale at Amazon. So I got a Cobra Trooper. Dawn, I think that was you.
I think Diecast mentioned it first.
Diecast mentioned it first. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got a Cobra Trooper. I'm just throwing these on the floor because I don't care because these are being opened soon. I got Budo.
Ooh.
Yeah. I got another Cobra Trooper. I got the Televiper on the card.
And another Cobra Trooper.
And another Cobra Trooper. I'm doing your bet. I'm doing Matt's bet. I got the Desert Scorpion and Scorpion 25. And another Cobra Trooper. I got the Sergeant Slaughter and Mercer set. Oops. This is the Patreon version. I'm not going to edit that. Might pop out. And my last Cobra Trooper.
And you didn't even buy any snake armors to put it in, did you, Brian?
I've got a snake armor.
Okay.
And
Only one?
just one. So this is the
far.
Yeah, this is the G.I. Joe versus Cobra Diver set, but I'm going to call it Ketchup and Mustard because they didn't do the Ketchup and Mustard set. For that was for the Sky Striker, right?
Sky Striker, I
yeah,
think,
they didn't hit that
Tier.
level. Yeah, I was going to say threshold, that tier. But yeah, so this is my Ketchup and Mustard because one's yellow and one's red. So that's what I got this week. Diecast, what'd you get?
I got pretty much everything you said. Not as many Cobra Troopers. I only got one, but I got pretty much all the figures you got. Plus, I got, what is it? The Vamp, the $100 G.I. Joe vehicle,
All Striker.
the All Striker. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Vamp came out a while ago. You can get it at Walmart. It's actually on clearance now. But you got the All Striker. Mine will be here next week.
I got the All Striker. I got so much G.I. Joe stuff. I got that missile launcher one.
General
I'll
Hawk.
go with the All Striker. It's like I have so much G.I. Joe stuff that keeps showing up, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't.
It's killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just think, guys, 3 years ago, can you imagine yourself saying, I've got so much G.I. Joe stuff?
Yes, 3 years ago.
No.
Yes, 3 years ago, I would have said I have too much G.I. Joe stuff.
But
I-
maybe not 6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 years ago. But I would not have said 3 years ago I have too many G.I. Joe vehicles.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
okay,
I'm getting
okay.
to where I'm like, you can cut. I'm like, I remember saying, this is Brian being wrong. Like, Yeah, they're making a lot of figures, but they're not going to make a lot of vehicles. Now, it's not the 80s,
Yeah.
but like they're doing way more vehicles than I ever would have expected.
Yeah, and these
Time for
two
another
packs
HasLab.
and these,
Yeah.
everything. It's
Yeah, the next Joe Haslab's gonna be the whale. I'm calling it now.
That'd be a
That
big
was-
HasLab.
That was the flag.
Like the whale is as big, almost as big as a GI Joe classified HasLab as is. So like a classified whale, what feels like it would be nearly as big as like the
Well, the
Defiant
thing is
shell
though, it
complex.
big, but it'd be very hollow especially if it wanted to float. So that the
Yeah.
amount of plastic in it may not be as bad.
Classified Night Raven.
I could see that. I think there are too many. It feels
Gigantic.
I just like. I see where Don's coming from, but also I'm just thinking like their marketing people would probably think like we're HasLabbing a pool toy.
yeah.
That's
Well,
why
it
you'll
shoots
never
pull-
get. That's why you'll never get an X-Men Blackbird.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
missile. The missile launchers are actually pool noodles.
Yeah.
when are they supposed to do the next Transformers HasLab?
Well, hopefully not until around closer to when we have
February.
Leo Kaiser.
Yeah, and we're not gonna see Leo Kaiser for like another year or so. So
Yeah,
Is
it'll
it
be
that
like
long?
it'll be like February, I think, when we see the HasLab. Right?
Long enough for people to forget about Omega Prime.
Yeah, there you go. What else?
that would
they
be
hope.
smart.
Yeah, what else did I cast? What else did you get?
I think that's it.
Matt. Just jumping, moving on.
Yeah.
I got a SMP model kit, a Shogun modeling project. I got Woolzord,
Ooh, did you
nice.
or
put-
Wool Kaiser.
yeah, did you put it together yet?
No, he's still sealed.
Okay.
No, it's Halloween. I've been on my horror movie kick for the past couple weeks, so I haven't had time to put them together yet.
I look forward to hearing the report though.
Yes. It's still hilarious to me because the scaling issue, the Centaur mode
Yeah.
is just absolutely hilarious to look at.
I mean,
Woolzord
honestly,
himself is so tiny.
they should have bumped the price up a little bit more. I mean, I know you hate me saying that, but they should have bumped the price up a little more and had a dummy Wolzard like bust
Plug
to put
on,
in. Yeah. But Wolkaiser is like it is a toss up between that and Magi King for my favorite robot designs from Magi Ranger. So I'm really interested to hear the final report on that when you get together.
Yes. Well, I'll have you know that today I found out there's a second release of Magic King coming in Woolsword colors for some reason.
Purple Magi King.
Did I miss that in the show? Because I've seen
It was not in the show. I don't know what the impetus was for that, but
I've seen Mystic Force and Magi Ranger, and I don't remember that, but it looks great.
I was gonna say
I'm
I don't
not
see
buying
you.
it though.
Oh, but it's like they purposely designed it for you.
I know Magic King in silver and purple. Like
Yeah, that is
Uh,
so matte coded.
That's sort of like the black and purple Feral Rex that they did. That doesn't. It's just beautiful, but has no context.
yes, but yeah, black and purple and silver Magic King cost like $150 too because there are extra parts with it. So
What are the extra parts for?
it is like there are two translucent the spell circles
Oh, okay.
for display purposes, and
Yeah, okay.
there might be something else with like added weapons or something. I'm not real sure. I looked at it real quick and it was like, I can't. Because I haven't even like I missed out on the pre-orders for Saint Kaiser, so I haven't sourced one of those yet, and now they have the Time Ranger stuff up, and it's just
Yeah.
way too expensive.
I would love to get the Time Ranger Robo kit, but like I cannot do what these things cost anymore. I just cannot.
I will get the Time Ranger ones out of obligation more than anything.
If they
'Cause
had done those
it-
5 years ago, absolutely, but they are
Yes.
too expensive and too hard to get now, and Brian is looking antsy, so let's let you move on.
Yeah, well, that is the only thing I got was
It is-
Wolkaiser.
It is 10 o'clock.
Don.
Okay, I'll go quick. I got second to my last Captain Planet Pop. I have the sparkly version
Oh
of
dear
Gaia
God, why?
because this is the only pops I ever plan on buying. It's Captain Planet.
He's a hero.
and also the eyes.
Gonna take pollution down to zero.
The eyes do not bother me.
He's our powers magnified.
Yeah, the eyes do not bother me.
He's
Like
fighting on the planet
side.
Yes. So I got that. And here's the thing, real quick. These things were going for 30, 40, and 50 on eBay priced. I got it for 97 cents and $7 shipping because nobody else bid on it for some reason.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
This is a duplicate, but I found Aloplex. I'm probably mispronouncing her name from the Turtles. It was at Ross. Now I have both variants, both eye color variants already. Now I've got one I can open without opening up both of them. For that, I have Silver the Hedgehog as a Green Lantern because any Green Lantern that's not Hal Jordan is at least more interesting by default.
I've never even heard of Silver the Hedgehog.
From the Sonic family.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I know, but I've never heard of it.
Yeah, but I don't. It's apparently it's a big DC crossover they've been pushing lately because there's a whole ton of product on the shelves now. But apparently he's short pack, so I wanted to get him. That. And for Manicara, I got I got a super good deal on Toy Colors Windhammer, $17.
Super 7 Ultimate Silver Hawks, to be clear for our podcast audience.
Which Silver Hawk is that? I don't remember that one.
It's the teal one with orange hair.
Yeah, this is one of Monstar's mobs that could use a tuning fork in space when there's
he is neither silver nor a hawk.
Oh, okay. So I got that. At Ross yesterday, I found Hank the Ranger for $20.
Which version of Hank?
This is
from Dungeons and Dragons.
This is the animated. This is the Super 7 version, the Ultimate version.
Okay.
Of course, it's Super 7.
Yeah, Super 7 Ultimate's version, $20. I already have him. That's $20 for another Hank. I'll take it.
So why do we have a Super 7 version and also those Hasbro versions? Like
the Hasbro versions are crap. They break coming out of the package.
Yeah, but they seem to be concurrent.
Yeah, no. These just came out last year. The
Hasbro ones are like 3 years old. Yeah,
3 years. Okay.
Yeah. Also at Ross, I found.
But I've definitely seen those at Ollie's for at least 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. Also at Ross, I found the Turtles of Grayskull. I found the Super Shredder for like more than half off, which is a cool looking figure. Again, I've got the Splinter, so it'll look good on the shelf.
You can have him kissing the Megatron, Skeletor.
No, I don't like that headcanon.
Okay.
Picked up today again with the Target
Don's
sale.
only headcanon is on Tryon 3.
Yeah. Picked up the Godzilla Ninja Turtle crossover figures.
You could have him kissing Skeletor.
Yes.
I didn't know those existed.
I remember hearing about these maybe during Toy Fair.
Yeah.
I spent too much time on Tumblr.
Yeah. You've got Ralph as Rodan. You've got Mikey as King.
Who's Ralph?
Raphael.
Raphael.
Oh.
Well, see, it's Raph.
Yes,
Sorry,
it is
Raph. Sorry. Mikey as King
Ghidorah.
Thank you. I said that a while ago when I was talking and I couldn't think of it. And Leo as Godzilla. There is no Donatello. I
think that's in the next wave.
Yeah, the next wave. So I got those three. And the main reason I got these is on the back. I'm going to read this real quick. It says on the back, mutants and monsters mashed up in this epic crossover, combining elements from the classic 1987 Ninja Turtles with the nostalgic styling of the 1978 Godzilla animated TV series. They're referencing My Godzilla. I have to support anything that references My Godzilla. So I'm super happy to get those, especially on sale.
Well, at least that explains why they didn't go for Gamera instead, which would have actually made sense.
Yep.
So save that for when they do Slash.
Right.
Vic.
Yeah.
Also picked up, again, with them being on sale, the Pizza Club Ninja Turtles. I got a set of those, which is the original ones. I got these on sale because they look great.
Which is in the packaging style of the VHS tapes you could get from Burger King in 1991. I have to fill that information in because John had to leave early.
Right. And also because it also has blurbs from like Donatello Does Machines, Michelangelo's The Party, and they also do like the old FHE style logo at the bottom.
So I I was going to say, didn't that have a Pizza Hut commercial in front of it? But that was the movie.
This might have also had Pizza Hut advertising in front of it.
Yeah. So I figured with
Pizza
them being
Hut
on sale,
commercial, and then they ordered from Domino's during the movie.
Yeah.
In order to get those with the Target trigger price, I picked up some of the NECA stands to go with some of the NECA figures I got. So that would trigger the discount. Also, I picked up from Walmart the 2012. This is my Turtles, the 2012 Nickelodeon Turtles. I was able to get Donatello, Michelangelo, and Leonardo. Raphael just went back up today. So
Raphael.
Well,
wait. So wait. So the 2012 Ninja Turtles are Don's.
Well, they're kind of like my favorite ones, but I do like the.
You're 55, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying the ones that I like the best, not the ones I grew up with. The ones I like the show.
There were no Ninja Turtles when you grew up, Don.
Well, there was in the 90s. I was still growing at the time.
80s.
I was in my late teens at the time. I'm just saying, of all the Ninja Turtle shows, the 2012 Nick series is the one that I like the most. I respect what came before, but these are the Turtles that I like. Also got the second wave of Thundercat He-Man crossovers. I got He-Man with the Sword of Omens, Tigra, and Panthro. So I got the second wave of those. And earlier I mentioned when I picked up Onyx Prime, I got another figure for like $5 because of the discount. Golden Age Sandman.
I was going to say you overpaid, but like I do.
Yeah, $5 sounds about right.
But
I love Golden Age Sandman, but it is a McFarlane figure, so
it is. But it's Golden Age Sandman with Justice Society. I couldn't leave him on the shelf. And then also I got all the same G.I. Joe stuff. I got A1 Cobra Trooper. I got the Sky Striker to meet the discount.
Jada, that's Jada, right? No,
yeah.
Or is that
Hot Wheels?
Hot Wheels.
Yeah, that's Hot Wheels. That was the last thing I got. Is my biggest thing. I got it from BBTS. I used a lot of my store credit. I got the Mosho Robotech Cyclone Armor.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know what that is, Don.
Mospedia. It was the second. It was the third thing of Robotech.
It's a motorcycle that turns into power armor.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. This is because my Toynami one will probably disintegrate if I ever open the box at this point.
Yeah.
So it's going to just stay in the box and be pretty. This one actually, I've always loved this. This and the hover tank are my two favorite pieces of Robotech. And having one of these that's relatively affordable compared to what some of the high end stuff goes for. So I'm really looking forward to opening them up, putting it on my shelf. That is all that I have off topic.
Cool.
Now
I don't have anything.
Okay, Rob.
I have a few things. There's a bunch of stuff on the Amazon sale that I passed up because I'm waiting to be charged for RC just to see where things stand. But I did manage to get a couple of small things. One of the things that went on sale, the Spin Master Batman 85th Anniversary 3-pack, which comes with 1/18 scale figures of Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, and Ben Affleck Batmans for $9.
That's 1/18. It's what, 5 inches?
4 inches.
4 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 3/4. Okay.
Yeah, 3 3/4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, and who?
Ben Affleck.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I mean, basically I wanted the Michael Keaton Batman, and the only other way to get that is to get a Batwing with it for like $20, and I didn't really want.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not bad. They are fairly basic. I am happy to report though that since the last time I got any of Spin Master's DC figures, they actually moved up to real cloth for the capes as opposed to the like Dollar Tree Christmas ribbon they'd been using prior to this. the cape on the Keaton Batman, it's Batman Returns version, just to be specific, a little too small.
What's different?
The bat symbol's slightly different, and the armor is much more obviously armor instead of fake muscles.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, for the price, it is not bad. It's about at where US mass market figures get for articulation at this point. So, for $9, I'm satisfied. The other thing I got was as part of Target's sale, they just released a set of Epic World of Action Fantastic Four figures in the same scale.
What's Epic World of Action?
Epic World of Action is their 3 3/4 scaled figures, and compared to like the similar things they were doing in Star Wars a couple of years ago, these actually do have articulation. That they have like hinge swivel joints at the shoulders, elbows, hips, and knees, and ball jointed neck, of course.
Okay.
But yeah, I got one for the new a set for the new Fantastic Four movie. It's like the entire Fantastic Four plus Herbie and Baby Franklin, and it was $35 before the Target discount.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. They're really nice. Paint is pretty good. The only one that has like, packaging friendly paint, Bandai type, half paint is actually Johnny. Like there's details on the flames that just stop halfway across the figure. Johnny's also kind of weirdly rubbery. I'm not sure why, because he's a transparent plastic, but so is Sue, and she does not have that problem. Most of them do come with accessories. Sue comes with a little shield. Johnny comes with a big rubbery fireball attachment you can slip over his arm. Reed comes with one stretched arm, which sadly is not a bendy piece. It's just long, which I feel like is a missed opportunity. But it is, like for $35 for 4 figures and 2 other characters that rightly count as accessories. That is pretty good. I remember when they started phasing out this type of figure like 10 years ago, because they had cut back to this level of articulation and were charging like $10 to $12 for them. It's like they are now selling these and compatible figures for like $7 to $8, and $35 for a set of 4 plus accessories. And it's like, why were you not doing this all along? I'm unsure of this, but I'm glad they're doing it again. Like they're not as good as the old Marvel Universe figures. They're definitely not up to the standards of say like the Iron Man 2 and first Captain America and Thor toy lines, but by the current standards and for the price, I think they're pretty decent. Like figures of, I'm pretty sure those Iron Man 2 figures all those years ago were still $10. So, $7-8 for a per figure, really not too bad. Oh yeah, packaging is very nice too. That is one thing I wanted to mention. They actually come in packaging that uses the era appropriate Hasbro logo. Like the little kid that says Hasbro on his shirt is on that box.
Oh, sweet.
And other than that, I also got the Epic World of Action comic version of Sam Wilson Captain America, because he was like $5 on clearance and got me up to the $10 discount on my Target purchase there. But yeah, that is the entirety of what I have gotten this week.
Cool. I want to thank our patrons at patreon.com/TFradio. Patrons of Radio Free Cybertron get an ad-free version of the show. You get it a day early. Doesn't mean 24 hours necessarily, but you get it a day early at a higher bit rate with the complete What We Got This Week segment, which includes off-topic content. So I have to say, there were a lot of great potential episode titles that if it made the public feed, we probably would have gone with. Like Weirdly Rubbery was a pretty good one. I like that one. You get the weekly Patreon exclusive pre-show podcast. You get unedited episodes of RFC if Don drops like a crazy swear or says something that is like highly offensive. Actually, the highly offensive is Diecast. And actually, some of the highly offensive stuff Diecast has said in the past, I don't think I would want to include it like publicly at all. But if Don says something, it's like salacious that I can put out there without worrying about being sued or canceled, it'll make the Patreon feed at patreon.com/tfradio. You get a fancy color on Discord, red for touched, purple for all other levels. You get There Goes My Money a week early. Patrons at the touch tier get the Beyond There Goes My Money. And touch patrons are also mentioned on the show each week and listed at tfradio.net/credits. And I will do that now. Kevin Dorsey, our first patron, still here after all these years. Sent the Proto, Mollis Koenig, Daniel Scott, Nathan's Fast Talk Food Reviews, who asked me about a new monster flavor earlier in our Discord at tfradio.net/Discord and never saw what it was. Trickster, Here's Why It's Cool, Ryan Bona, Emmett Stresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Joey Russell, Sean Williamson, Spider Bob, Sean Hamilton, Sean Bratton, Crazy Word, Eric EPY, Eric Crownover, Eric Warren, and Matt Peterson. Thank you all so much. If you want to join these fine folks, go to patreon.com/tfradio and sign up for our touched tier. So like I said, here in about a week, we will be 26 years old. That's a pretty big milestone. I don't know of maybe one active podcast that, besides us, that can say that. You can find all of that stuff at tfradio.net going back 26 years. You can find me at briankilby.com, on Instagram at briankilby, BRIANKILBY. And you can also find me at Blue Sky at kilby.bsky.social. John, he had to drop. He is at that John D everywhere except for eBay, where he's Cloudburst, and I checked his eBay earlier and I didn't see anything new. Diecast, he had to drop. He is Diecast 2 most everywhere, but he is at RFC Reviews on YouTube and Reviews by Diecast on Facebook. Rob Springer, not here. He's at Robo-Rob Springer on Twitter, at zonebase.bsky.social on Blue Sky, and at zonebase.org. Matt, occasionally, actually, no, you never post, but you do have Blue Sky.
No, not anymore. Yeah, melvar.bsky.social, but I am so done with social media.
Yeah, getting rid of Twitter was the best thing I ever did. And
right?
Yeah, and not having Facebook on my phone is also really great too. So, and I honestly just use Instagram just to look at pictures. So, Don.
Oh, you should use your social media to post pictures of your now incomplete St. Louis Happy Meal toys.
Oh, darn you. Don?
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR. I am reached on Blue Sky at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.bluesky.social. I have an Amazon wishlist, tfradio.net/donlist. Also, if you live in North Carolina or in the surrounding area, I will be setting up at the Hickory, North Carolina Toy Show on the 25th of this month.
Literally right off of I-40, like a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, so I mean, don't expect Artfire, Landclaw, Road Caesar, but if you're looking for a bunch of eclectic stuff, stop by and check out my booth.
I'll be there.
Thank you.
And I might be running his booth for a period of time.
Well, no, just enough for a bathroom break.
And Diecast and I will be at TFCon that weekend.
I may need your help.
You'll need Diecast help. We already established that. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Rob.
I'm on Blue Sky for now at robflails.bsky.social. It's kind of looking like it's going to be Twitter too, so I may be getting out of there soon. But it's like I've said before, like 2 years ago, all right, I'm on Twitter too. This year, oh crap, I'm on Twitter too. But anyway, I'm there, but see me on YouTube at youtube.com/@flailthroughs, I think is the current URL. Still doing Gundam Battle Operation 2. That's still updating every week. We're back to obscure Advance of Zeta weirdness, so that is nice. And if you like what I'm doing there, patreon.com/flailthroughs, or if you just feel like sending me something, tfradio.net/playlist.
Cool. Chris?
Had to go.
Oh, Chris he has tfradio.net/Chris list for his Amazon wish list. And you can also find him on our Discord at tfradio.net/Discord. Don's wish list is tfradio.net/cheat sheet. And we'll see you all next week. Have a good one.
Recording stopped.
Okay, cool. I'm killing the stream because my wife is sick and this went about an hour longer than I thought. So bye Twitch. See you Twitch. Bye YouTube. We'll see you YouTube. Okay. Am I hanging up on